Good evening. Welcome back to Play the Hits, where I am probably finishing up NieR Automata, and today we're going to be talking about gut health. Chris, how you doing tonight?
Could it be? I'm going to cut your volume out for just a second and switch you from Discord audio to desktop audio.
Oh,
Just
okay.
well, actually, hold on. No, we're good. Never mind. We're good. It's
Okay,
all
good. I was like, oh.
I'm just stupid. That's all it is. God damn.
Uh-oh, I forgot how to play, but it doesn't really matter, does
Hoshi's
it?
getting his ass kicked.
And finds it hilarious. But
I mean,
yeah,
if
you were just
an
talking about
ageless
Ollipops.
sentient robot, yeah. Get your kicks where you can.
Oh, that was okay. That was it.
It's been well over a week since our last stream. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, there was a lot going on. There was I mean, I had to get my colonoscopy, you know.
Damn. We are talking about gut health, aren't we?
Yeah, there was that.
Was that your first one?
Yeah, definitely my first one. Have you ever
I
had
have
one
not
before?
had one, no. So
Okay.
I know we're getting to the age where like colonoscopies and prostate exams are going to start becoming a regular part of our life. So
For sure,
kind
for
of trying
sure.
to like
That's
mentally
gonna-
prepare myself for that.
it was not bad. It wasn't bad at all. It was the prep was really the shitty thing. It was
Badoomts.
it was like 40 something hours of not eating anything.
Oh shit.
And
You feel skinny?
just I wish, you know, you would think that would have like that plus like shitting everything out of my body, you think would have jump started things. I don't feel that way, but
No.
I don't know. I also don't really weigh myself all that often. So.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, I'm one of those
Yeah.
people that like it. Don't get me wrong, my weight loss has not been great lately. I'm trying to get back on it again, but the way that I have to do that is I am one of those people that needs to weigh myself regularly, or I like start avoiding the scale because I know I'm screwing up. And
Yeah,
instead of like
I get
confronting
ya.
that reality, I just avoid it.
yeah, and I weighed myself like a month and a half ago. I haven't done so since because one, it was depressing, but yeah, I think I hadn't done it in so long that it was like, oh, I didn't realize things were going this way.
It's
I
like,
mean,
oh,
I
I'm
had
a
an
lazy piece of shit, huh?
I had an inkling, but you know, yeah. So, but you were talking about what Olipop, and
yeah.
one, I don't
Olipop.
even know how that works with having a third of your fiber for the day without being like super thick or something like Metamucil. But
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. I mean, unless it's just blatant false advertising, but like on the can, it's like some of them are like 25%, some of them are like 30%. It's close.
I was I might have mentioned this before, but I started drinking when it's on sale at least, because even on sale it's like $1 a can. But the slice.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like it's really tasty. Like they, you know, for most of their things they use like real juice, but like the grape soda is like 5%
That's
grape
right, you mentioned
grape
that.
juice, and it's like okay, it's pretty good, and they have probiotics in them. But
Metamucil. I just like
Called
saying
me a
Metamucil
moron.
whenever I can.
yeah, the GI doctor did say that I should bring some fiber into my diet, but it's like I think what I'm gonna do is instead of having like McDonald's most mornings for breakfast, I'm gonna start doing cereal again.
Oh, good call. You know,
Yeah, because
what I found like getting back into my weight loss kick is for me, when I'm craving something sweet, cereal actually really hits the spot. And like
Oh, yeah.
I allow myself to like cheat a little bit. Like I'll have fucking like cinnamon toast crunch, you know, a big old bowl of that. Still substantially less like fat, negative stuff than, you know, a candy bar or something, or a cookie.
oh yeah,
And like
sure.
I actually feel sated after I eat it.
especially if you do something like fucking like wheat, like frosted mini
most of
wheats
the
or
time
something.
I'll go for like, don't get me wrong, I know Raisin Bran has a stupid amount of sugar, but I will try to go something more for like the Bran Flakes or the Cheerios side
Yeah.
of things. But
I
like I,
mean,
said, even if I like really want to cheat, my version of cheating, instead of like go for a box of Oreos or something, is have a big ass bowl of, you know, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like the brand one, that is better than like, yeah, a box of Oreos or something. the bran flakes for sure. Like Raisin Bran Crunch is one of my favorite cereals, and it
I
has
know.
a good amount of fiber in it. Like
It does, but like I was really shocked by how much sugar that fucker has.
yeah,
Because I am
guess it
not
is,
one of those
like-
people who sticks to the 1 cup recommendation of cereal. Like I would say on average, I
no.
probably do like a double portion of cereal.
Yeah, me too.
So like and it's still, I mean, I do skim milk, so probably roughly in the 250 to 300 calorie range, not bad. But like that double portion is fucking half your daily sugar.
Oh my god.
I know. It's stupid. Fucking Raisin Bran, man. That's a riot is what that is.
But it's also just like, I mean, I think we're realizing sugar more and more is like one of the most unnecessary things in your diet.
Right?
Like, seems
Like-
to be completely useless other than giving you diabetes.
I know, and don't get me wrong, like, I know, like, aspartame, not great and everything, but my goal isn't to be, like, a, you know, Chris Traeger from Parks and Rec, like, health nut. It's to, like, form
Yeah.
habits that I don't consider intrusive and, like, sustainable, but still allow me to live at a normal weight.
Yeah.
And so, like, if that means, you know, 1 can of Diet Coke a day and a bowl of cereal instead of a fucking cookie, then that's, I mean, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know how we got. Oh wait, yes, I do know how we got on this topic. I took a power
Because
shit
we're
right
nearly
before
40
this
years
episode.
old, and oh yeah, there's that too. That and me having a colonoscopy,
Yeah.
which yeah, recovering from. But the first day was like, it just hurt to
And
poop,
my butt.
and yeah, it was like on
Took
fire.
a cold shower and like rocked back and forth.
It's just
He said he was
Yeah,
my
doing-
doctor, my friend.
definitely doing better.
That's good.
I got an endoscopy too. That one had like things I definitely expected, like okay, like ongoing gastritis.
Okay.
What do you call it? Swelling in my esophagus, which is like okay, acid reflux. That makes sense.
You know what's weird is I've managed to, like, without doing any kind of targeted treatment, like, I don't think I ever had, like, acid reflux, but, like, I would occasionally get, like, kind of that esophagus sensation. I haven't had
Yeah.
that in probably well over 2 years. Just
Oh,
by,
that's good.
Yeah, again, just by eliminating bad habits. And so, again, my weight is
Like-
not where I want it yet, but it's also not, like... It's not like I've backslid and made negative progress. It's just I've plateaued and I've kind of continuously plateaued.
When you say bad habits, are there like certain foods you're avoiding, or
Yeah, so like kind of the heavier, fattier foods in addition to like what did I like straight up stop doing? Oh yeah, so like I'll limit myself to you know, a soda a day instead of like 2 or 3 throughout the day.
yeah,
You know, like stuff like that. Essentially things that just are straight up not good for your stomach acid and esophagus and stuff like that cause like acid reflux. I basically
Yeah.
just stopped those to see if it made any difference, and I haven't had a problem with it since. So
okay.
I
Yeah,
can
soda's
probably
like
think
something-
up some more of what I did. I'm just like so in the habit of not doing them that I can't remember what they all
I
were.
gotcha. Soda's something that really adds a lot of sugar and stuff without, you know. I mean, yeah.
Well,
I love
I've
fucking
always
soda,
done
but-
diet sodas. It's just like quantity and like making sure that if I do have a soda, I'm also downing a full bottle of water.
Gotcha.
So that like I'm not drinking soda when I'm thirsty. I'm drinking it when I want like kind of a nice bubbly treat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would make a huge difference because that's pretty much just like as soon as I'm thirsty, I want what I want. You
Yeah,
know?
right. I feel you. And again, Olipop has kind of gone a long way because it does still have some acidity to it.
Yeah.
And the bubbles, but it's just I don't know. It's kind of the good kind of those things.
Yeah, I get you. There's no juice in it, is there? I don't think
There
so.
is
It's
actually
like-
in some.
oh,
of
there
them,
is.
in some
okay.
of them. They're actually like so for each flavor, the ingredients are a little bit different. It's not just like red 42 instead of orange 19. You know, it's
I
like
getcha. And natural flavors instead of other natural flavors.
correct. Yeah, like it. So like the apple
ow.
one is actually made with apple cider. The strawberries and cream one is actually made with strawberries, and so it's
Okay.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like those aren't the only ingredients. So I think by and large they're made with kind of like citrus extracts and then flavored with the natural stuff. But still, again, a hearty improvement over Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Ooh, I do love me some Coke.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
me
yeah,
too.
you said-
and what's hilarious is that like I'm like brand loyal to Coke, even though I know that like they had that crap with immigration a while ago.
Oh,
It's
what was
just
that?
like I like the flavor, and I don't know.
I mean, yeah, Coke is Coke.
Coke is Coke.
What was
You
this
really
thing with
can't touch it.
immigration?
It's one of those things where like I have not yet found a store brand that actually I like as well or better.
Yeah. So what were they doing with immigration? What was going on with that?
think
I mean, I'm
like they rounded up a bunch of their factory workers and just straight up reported them.
oh, what the shit?
Yeah, I
did hear some
I don't know
companies
the
are
whole
doing that.
story, so I'm not gonna like
I'm also just like, why?
pretend I'm an expert on it, but I'm pretty sure. I think it was like they saw the writing on the wall with Doge, and they just like preemptively
okay.
got them. Like, so instead of standing up for their employees and defending them, or yeah, they went the other way.
Yeah, which is just like, I mean, you knew what was going on. You hired these employees,
Absolutely.
like, for this reason. It's just like, that's shitty.
Yeah, it really is.
What's all this junk?
Oh god, yeah. Before we even get into like all the politics, man, Jesus, this week has been a fucking roller coaster of horse shit.
Oh my god.
I mean, every week since Trump has been in office has been a roller coaster of horse shit, but this one, like, it's kind of like how do his own supporters and constituents even like defend him at this point?
yeah.
But like, oh yeah, no, this is really cool. Like, yeah, no, trust me, man. He totally knows what he's doing, and I think that is how they're defending him. He's playing hardball. He's putting the hurt on, and it's gonna pay off in a big way. Except I think like the
for
whole
billionaires it
idea
did.
was like predicated on like countries not tariffing us back.
Yeah.
Like Trump even said, they're not supposed to do tariffs to us. They're supposed to just take the tariffs. Like,
He
no,
said that.
man. What
Jesus
the fuck
Christ.
did you think was gonna happen? Like, thank you, sir. May I have another?
And
Jesus.
people like, who's that asshole from Shark Tank? The bald guy who was the one that was
Oh,
like, oh
O'Leary?
yeah. Yeah, where it's just like, oh, I think it's, what did he say a few years back? Like, I think it's great that, you know, the 1% is making this much more money, and like poor people can look up to them as an
Oh,
inspiration.
fuck you, dude.
And and the interviewer was like, really? Are you serious? But
Horse's ass.
yeah, he was like, oh, we should do a 400% tariff on China. It's like, yeah, okay, sure.
Isn't that fucker Canadian?
You know what? He is. You're right.
He's
he
eating
is
his own
Canadian.
shit right now.
What is he
then.
even? What is
Jesus.
he even talking about?
Right? Christ. Don't get me wrong. Like I've never been more tempted in my life to like uproot everything and move to Canada, but I
Yeah.
also know that's probably not a feasible solution.
And it's like, as far as going back on the tariffs, like, yeah, if I had to bet, I would say that's probably what was going to happen eventually. And people are saying, oh, like, you know, this seems chaotic, but look at who made out like bandits. And it's like, yeah, that's true. Obviously, like, blatant insider trading, when it's just like
Oh,
telling
yeah, I
his
know.
cronies and his family, like,
you know,
hey, I'm going to pause the tariffs.
It
but
really fucking sucks that like the 1% have so much of their money like fucking not even in the American economy, that when
Yeah.
like the American economy is tanking, it's like a payday for them because they can just pull some of their reserves, buy while everything is criminally low, and then watch it go back up and their wealth
oh, yeah.
quadruples
for
again.
sure. There's all these things about, oh, they've lost billions of dollars. It's
No,
just
they
like,
fucking
they can
haven't.
they can absorb that. Like,
Absolutely.
that's easy. And yeah, like you were saying, that's what they want. They want things to tank, and then they can buy it up. You know?
Yeah, like are we still that
Housing, like-
naive where we think that like the dip that we Elon seems pretty upset about the dip in Tesla stock, which makes me a little bit happy. But that
Yeah.
I think that's less about like the actual money and more just about his hurt little feelings.
Yeah, and about brand image,
Yeah.
like I kind
He
of feel
sees
like that's
himself as the
probably
cool
irreparable.
billionaire that everybody likes and wants to be, right?
Yeah.
And he's, at the very least, even though at the end of the day he's still going to die one of the richest men in the world, he at least gets to know now that people resent him. So
Yeah. Yeah, he did quit, like, what was that, when he was playing Path of Exile too?
I saw that.
People
That
were
was
just
funny.
like spamming. Oh, that
it's like
was.
you fucking sank the country. You fucking sank the country. I'm just gonna go ahead and ban him. Oh no, my connection's not working. Dude, you fucking live in a palace. You mean to tell me you don't have your own on-site, like, signal tower that gives you
Right.
blazing speed?
I think he was on a plane when he was playing. I might be
was he?
wrong,
That's
but
even
but
funnier.
even still, it's just like, yeah, dude, yeah, I'm sure.
What a sack, man.
Sacrificial lambs.
But yeah, anyways, like I don't know. I've got enough invested for my retirement that I'm feeling the pain, and I'm trying to just kind of like, one, we do have a financial guy who is in charge of our retirement investments. Going with what he says, not like panicking or becoming a reactionary about it, but then two, just like trying to remember like what my dad said. He's like, you know, if you've got still 30, 40 years until you're about to retire, then please just leave your money there unless it's like the American economy is being overturned by another nation, like,
Yeah.
which, you know, may still happen, but for right now it's just like, yeah, let it bottom out and see how it grows back in the long term. You know, assuming that we actually come to our senses and stop electing people like Trump, but
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
yeah, we will. Like, a couple of years ago, like, again, when, like, Biden was elected, I was like, okay, that was a horrifying phase, but let's turn the page on it. Never quite did.
Cease combat. Fighting her at this point would be
Pod
irrational.
153.
Damn, he wants some blood.
Yeah.
This order.
2A absorbed 2B's memories, so she was telling him, like, what she was feeling, because 2B never really told him.
Right.
And saying, like, hey, she hated what she was forced to do, which was, like,
Yeah.
always killing him when he figured out the truth.
I'm
Which
guessing you get a
9S
different ending depending on who you pick.
Yeah. Let's do 9S first,
Go for it.
because we'll do both of them.
Sweet. Well. So, like, when you say absorbed her memories, is she essentially, like, assimilating her personality? Or...
Not so much. I think a little bit. They don't say anything like that, but you didn't get a whole lot of A2 before you start playing as her.
Uh-huh.
It seemed like that.
Oh, why
Yeah,
didn't
you
anybody tell me how much it hurts to get stabbed?
Dying hurts. I didn't sign up for this shit.
She, like, took it like a champ. He's like, oh, fuck, it hurts so bad.
Right?
No. Sorry, Sean.
No, that's fine. That's basically what happened.
It's not funny, but it's funny. It's like, oh, no,
A
what?
little bit.
You weren't supposed to stab me.
What is this? I couldn't be in any more pain.
Right? Oh, shit. So you were saying, sorry.
That was that basically. I think her personality, if you read like the files, which we didn't, there's also like a supplementary anime and stuff, but she seemed like very straight-laced, you know, when she was part of Yorha.
Uh-huh.
And now she just seems like a total badass. But yeah, so it didn't seem like she assimilated much as far as personality, but yeah, definitely
Made her think about
assimilated
stuff.
her memories. It definitely seemed like she felt bad for 2B. So kind of what do you call it? Fulfilled her last request.
Okay. By killing her best friend.
Right?
Existentialism. Cold even. But damn, her ass. Is this straight up the ending?
This is 9S's ending.
A ending? Okay.
This is like you said, this game plays fast and loose with ccredits.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, this is the
I was
end.
gonna say, it had been a couple of episodes since we've actually seen the credits roll, so...
Right? It's kind of like, is something wrong?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So everyone already knows humans are dead, but there's still the human server which housed their history.
Oh, okay.
And the machines were trying to destroy that and just destroy just everything the androids were fighting for. Well, even though most of them thought they were fighting for humanity.
That's how they get you. Trust me, it's gonna be good for everybody. Okay. What's an arc?
Just a
word, Chris.
just basically just something to carry, I don't know, memories.
Some Japanese shit.
It's-
Don't think too much about it.
No, it's like an actual wooden arc. There's two of everything in there. It's,
Right. Oh, going back to something more positive, I don't think I shared this with you. A couple weeks ago,
What's
I
up?
started lifting weights again.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And there too, like I do it twice a week, and the rest of the week is cardio except for my day off. But yeah, like I have noticed, like, if nothing else, like, feels a little better. My weight hasn't fluctuated very much, but I also know that when you start burning fat and building muscle, you actually see a gain at first.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm kind of prepared
when it comes to straight weight.
Yeah, prepared for that. But at the very least, though, like, my body feels a little better. It's been about a month and a half, 2 months or so, and so I'm starting to see a little bit of results from it, and it's nice.
Do you mostly do, like, a lot of reps with, like, lower weights, or...?
Yeah, more like repetitions. I'll like, kind of make my way from machine to machine, and then do, like, the actual weight bench, and I do, like, 3 or 4 sets of 10, depending on the exercise, and, like, what I feel
Speaking
like
of making
that
your
day.
way to machines, am I going with them on the arc, or am I staying here?
Oh, shit, so, like, his ending has alternate endings, huh?
Alternate text, really.
Oh, alternate text. Yeah, I'll go with you.
Yeah, I think
Sure.
that's what I should do too, as far as, like, when it comes to lifting weights. Which, speaking of, I bought these weights off at the TikTok shop.
The TikTok.
And USPS said they delivered them, and
They have a
nothing
shop
ever
now?
came. So they've always had a shop. That's where they.
I thought
where they get
TikTok
ya.
was just like Chinese spy videos.
I mean, that too.
That
Probably
too.
most.
Well,
of
there's
that,
lots
but-
of that.
No, there's a lot of advertisements, and I've gotten things off of there. 2 things I've gotten off of there for, like, really good deals.
Huh.
And so it's like, this one was definitely like a too good to be true thing. It's like, but $40. It was actually $35 before shipping
Yeah.
for 2, those Bowflex type weights that, like, you can click, and then
Okay,
yeah. And it went up to 80 pounds for both of them. And I was
Damn.
like, $35? Are they just trying to clear this warehouse out or something like
That's
that?
awesome,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll try it out. And so the thing is like, the shop disappeared after
Of
I
course.
bought it, and TikTok doesn't even have any history of me buying stuff. So it's like, okay,
So
TikTok.
someone like
you-
robbed a truck and you bought it?
Like, they share responsibility there if they're just like, oh, there's no history, what are you talking about? But I think I have to go through USPS, because USPS literally did say that that they delivered something. So it's like, okay.
Well, shit.
Oh, you know what?
I don't
So
know
there
what.
is A2's ending.
Yes.
I think it's going straight to ending E.
Temporary halt to perform data check.
That
Maybe
sounds
I'm-
really bad, but I'm assuming like these aren't grades, right?
No, they're not grades. I'm gonna say no for now. Okay. Returning to title screen. All right. I wonder if
You
it'll
almost got the credits.
do that for either one. I'm going to do A2's ending, and we'll see what happens there.
Sweet.
But it looked like that definitely wanted to take me to the ending, which is like, oh, I'm not ready for that yet.
Okay.
But let's see. Either way, it shouldn't take too long.
Yeah, you seem to jump pretty quickly into that final confrontation. We're only at 20 minutes here.
Yeah. Although, you know what? I could chapter select.
You could.
That's right. I can chapter select. And that'll take me straight to the final battle.
Oh, I beat, speaking of chapter select, I beat Remake on PC. And
Remake, okay.
I'm doing a palette cleanser with some other games that I've had in my backlog, but I will definitely be playing Rebirth on PC, and with the intent that I'll probably, depending on how long the finger quote console exclusive version is, probably just buy the third chapter of the Remake on PC. Because, I mean, other than like the super special edition, which, you know, I'll occasionally spring for, there's really not any reason like to own the disc anymore. You're just, it's kind of like those, oh, we got to talk about the Switch too. It's kind of like the the Nintendo Switch game keys, where you're really just like paying for like a physical thing to put in your console that gives you access to the digital file. How fucking stupid.
Wait a second. I didn't hear, this is for the Switch 2?
Yeah. So there's there's 3 different formats of a game that you can purchase. There's the good old-fashioned digital file, which is, you know, you just download the game straight to your console and play it whenever. There are games that do have like the game data still stored on the Nintendo Switch game card. But then there's another kind of horse shit where you buy what is called game keys. And literally all they are pieces of plastic with like kind of a built-in QR code. You pop it into your Switch, it'll take you to the Nintendo eShop, and then you just download the game.
Okay.
And get this, you have to put that game key in anytime you want to play the digital file you downloaded.
Why?
Why? So
I don't understand.
On the one, I'll do like compliment sandwich here. The Nintendo Switch 2 hardware looks awesome. The game library, I'm super excited. I think this might be like the strongest launch library maybe in history. But like
definitely for Nintendo.
Yeah. But the way that they're
when it comes to
pricing
third
shit,
parties,
go on.
Oh yeah. No, when it comes to third parties, they did their work, and I think it did them well to like delay this for so long, because it seemed like everyone already had a dev kit for the longest time, and they were like, "We want to talk about this,
man."
They've been making deals, and it shows.
Yeah, Cyberpunk,
like,
FF7, Elden Ring. Like
fucking Bloodborne 2, basically.
Yeah, and then new games too. Like not just like Nintendo's catching up to what the rest of us have been playing for the last 6 years. Like they're doing new shit too.
Yeah, it is a super strong lineup, and the first party stuff's good too. Like I'm super excited for
Metroid.
Metroid, yes. Mario Kart World looks amazing. I like the play it, but this talking about these keys, I didn't realize it was like a whole other thing.
Yep.
I thought people were saying like, oh, this is what the game cartridges do, and I was like, that's not true, because they had to manufacture like these new game cartridges so that they could actually keep up with what the game is.
Right.
So that's why I kind of dismissed it as like, oh, I think this is a rumor.
Nope, it's a third category, and like easily the most bullshit one.
But why?
I know.
What is the point? Does anyone want to?
I'm actually not sure, because all you're doing is buying like a little piece of plastic with the game title on it. And like, again, if you lose it or break it, you can't access the file that's just sleeping there on your hardware. Like,
everything about it is worse than digital. Digital has its benefits, you know. Yes, do you really own your game? Not really, but it's like you don't have to get up and put a cartridge in your console, you know. That's
Yeah.
the whole convenience of it was a big selling point. So yeah, I really don't understand. And it's like you also have to have internet to buy this thing
I
that's
know.
worse. Like
I know
I don't get it.
it's bizarre. Like I've already kind of made the decision where, with a few rare exceptions, like maybe like Final Fantasy 17 when that inevitably comes out, like I'm pretty much just all digital from here on out. Jesus.
Me too. She's a little bit nicer. The 9S.
That wasn't coming
Yeah,
through.
Yeah, and that's definitely how I've gone with the Switch now. Like, I kind of like, yeah, there's something about me when it comes to like Game Boy, like portable type things, where it's like having a whole case of like little cards is nice.
It is.
To like look at, but at the same time, it's not just my portable system. This is
Right.
this is a system that I usually play at home on a TV. And the digital aspect of it is so convenient.
Yeah,
and
honestly, like my physical games are really just like trophies at this point.
Yeah.
Even like my classics, like the Super Nintendo or you know the PS1 or the Dreamcast or whatever. Honestly, I play them on my emulators
I get it.
because it is
Whoa.
like if all I want to do is just jump back in for a new playthrough of Link to the Past, it's so much more convenient to just bust out my, you know, Anbernic or my Jesus. Now I'm having a new problem, which is that I have too many freaking handhelds. My analog pocket, you know, and I get an experience that looks and feels equivalent to the original SNES version and is way more convenient.
And it's crazy that it's not just like, hey, more powerful and we can make these smoother. Like, ZSNES has been doing that for like 20 years. But
oh my god, yeah, I was fucking emulating SNES games in 1999. It's so weird to think about.
The fact that they are now like emulating the hardware to be like, hey, the sound effects, the music is exactly how you remember it. Like, that's really cool.
It is. And I'll still say, like, it's funny because, yeah, it's kind of stupid that I own 3 different handhelds. But on the other hand, like, they do kind of serve different functions. Like, my Steam Deck is for playing Steam games and, like, you know, PC games that aren't super, like, graphical powerhouses on my couch. My analog pocket, really, like, I use it for Game Boy and for, like, SNES and Genesis because it actually looks and feels so damn close to the originals. And then finally, like, my Anbernic device, I use to, like, emulate some, like, higher horsepower stuff. But still, like, it's kind of nice. It's like the perfect travel device, like for an airplane or a long car ride or something. Because it's literally just like you put it in your bag and you don't think about it. It's just every game that you've ever owned all in one place, and it's really nice.
Yeah. Does it do up to Dreamcast or does it do like PS2, GameCube?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I think didn't I bring it with me to Chicago? I think I showed you some of it.
You did. You brought the the 5 something? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, sorry. I keep saying Anbernic, but really it's the Retroid Pocket 5.
Whoa.
Hello. Damn.
Maybe that's
Wait,
it's a game within a game.
This is part of the ending.
No, that's definitely not. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised from this game though.
I was about to say, like, Doki Doki Literature Club definitely pulls that shit. This is not that.
Where, like, it creates an image of your desktop and then starts fucking with you as you, like, boot up Google Chrome or something.
It's done that, but it's also, like, it does boot you back to your desktop. And then you try booting up the game again, it's just like, no, fuck you. Like, you didn't accept me or something.
Go outside, touch some grass.
But thankfully, I think we can chapter select straight to the ending.
Sweet.
I like that it took me to this save. It's just like, no, don't play the save anymore.
But yeah, so like that's kind of where I am with like my gaming habits right now. So like if I want like a perfect SNES on down experience, it's the analog pocket all the way. If I just want like a device that I can carry with me everywhere that has essentially like my entire childhood library up to like PS2, and even honestly, I'm really surprised. We probably shouldn't talk about on this channel before Nintendo, shuts us down. But you can
Right.
you can straight up emulate Wii U games on it.
That's yeah.
I mean, it's an incredibly powerful and relatively inexpensive little device.
Like how much? What is it? Like $80 or something?
Oh
Like,
no, it's close to 200. But
oh, okay.
the fact is, you're getting an OLED screen. You're getting a machine that can play all the way up to the Wii U and is actively like improving. So like the hardware horsepower is all that's slowing it down. It's not, or
Yeah.
no, sorry, is not slowing it down. It's the fact that the emulators haven't caught up to it yet. So like it's
Okay.
using, I think, Simu for Simu on Android for
Yeah.
Wii U emulation, and just like the Android
that's the
version
only
of
one I know
Simu
of.
isn't quite there yet.
Okay, gotcha.
Like as the developers continue to work with that software, the system will be ready to play the entire freaking library of Wii U games if I want it to. It's nuts.
that's pretty cool. And yeah, you would hope like if they're working on it that it wouldn't take that long because they just thought like, okay, with Android devices, there's never been something this powerful yet.
Mhm.
We're mostly working with phones here. Like,
Though there
All right,
are
I'm gonna-
actually some handhelds, and then you start getting into like Steam Deck pricing though.
yeah,
That like I think it's called like the AYN Odin. That thing is like
I know
a
the
fully,
Odins.
that's like a fully fledged like, I think it might even have Windows on it. Like handheld that
Oh, okay.
can absolutely run the whole gamut of
Like
emulation.
Switch games probably.
like
and stuff,
PS3
too. Like,
games and
oh
whatnot.
shit.
Yeah.
The Odins, what I like about, I don't remember the name of the company, but what I like about the Odin is they will also, you have the opportunity to like, hey, just send me the parts and you can build it yourself.
Oh really? I didn't know
And
that.
it's a little bit cheaper.
Damn. That's kinda
I would
cool.
just have them do it because
Like Raspberry
I'm
Pi
not that
style?
skilled. Yeah. And it's just, and like you said, like they run a whole gamut of, what Odins there are, but I think on the whole they're a more premium product.
You and I might
Um,
be talking about two different products.
I mean, maybe, but within the same line.
I think the Odin, what I'm picturing as the Odin is literally, it looks like a Steam Deck, only slightly smaller and maybe like $100 cheaper.
Yeah, I think there's a few different types from the same company though.
Yeah, but I don't think the like build it yourself. I could be wrong. I
Okay.
could be wrong.
Does it have like? Is their symbol literally like a picture of Odin's face looking to the side?
Let me find out. Ugh. AYN Odin. In AYN's website, the Odin 2, it looks kind of like a... It kind of looks like if the Wii U controller married a PSP. And I'm actually wrong. It's not quite Steam Deck prices. It's $300, which, again, is expensive.
Oh, okay.
But for
Yeah.
like a fucking device that can play PS3 games on the go, that's pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
sweet. I'm not seeing a logo. Show me a damn logo.
Pod 153 to pod 042. Data noise present.
Nope, it's just 3 letters, AYN, and they're just kind of in like an Arial font. It's really no frills.
Huh.
They
Okay.
don't have from what I can see, they do not have a picture of Odin.
Maybe they changed it. I don't know. It would be weird if there was two things called Odin in the same space. Like,
They've actually done a couple things. Okay, so there's the original Odin.
mhm.
They're still selling that.
Delete all personnel.
There's the Odin 2, which I assume is just a upgraded version of the original.
Yeah.
There's the Odin 2 Portal, which kind of looks like a Lenovo Legion Go.
To parse statement.
But then this is really cool. There's an Odin 2 Mini that's just straight up a PS Vita.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna send this to you, and you can. I'm looking at their website though. I don't see like a build it yourself thing.
Okay. Maybe they've changed things around. I'm gonna send it to me because AYN also sounds familiar as far as the company. But yeah, I remember like watching a lot of. Actually, I probably have them saved. YouTube videos of people getting Odins and reviewing them. Someone building one. Oh.
Yeah, I'm.
We lack the authority for such an action. The rules are protected.
Oh wait. Okay, so there's a firmware section on their website.
Okay.
But I don't quite know what I'm looking at here. Win 11 driver package for Loki 0, Loki Mini Pro, Odin Base /Pro /256.
Oh.
Is this kind of what you're...
Interesting. Yeah, that
and
sounds
you can
like
kind of put this firmware essentially in any device that you build?
Oh, well, firmware's one thing. I was thinking more like the individual parts.
No, I don't. I do not. I'm looking pretty extensively because I'm kind of curious now that you mentioned, because I've actually gotten really into taking my handhelds apart and customizing them ever since I got the iFixit kit.
Oh, okay.
Like just having the tools to do it, it's actually really addictive and kind of fun. so like that would be something that I would consider doing down the road.
Okay.
What's the difference between the Odin 2 Portal and the Odin 2? They're priced pretty similarly. There's only like a $30 price difference. Snapdragon 8, Gen 2, CPU, Android 13, 1080p.
It wasn't Odin. There was one company that did a portable, and the thing was, it made the Nintendo Micro, Game Boy Micro look huge. Like, this thing was a keychain device.
Mm-hmm.
And it could...
actually, I think
it could do up to, like, Game Boy Advance, I think.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's one that looks really cool. Like, I'm not buying another handheld for quite a long time because I'm really super happy with my my Retroid. But there is one that like I actually would consider if it like went on like a super deep discount. Have you seen the Neo Pocket?
No.
It looks like a slightly bigger Game Boy Micro.
Okay.
And no
the Game
joke,
Boy Micro was...
Yeah, so imagine like a device comparable to the Game Boy Micro. Like obviously like wider because it can support like a bigger
69.
battery and stuff like that. But it can play all the way up to fucking PS2 on like
damn.
imagine a Game Boy fucking Micro that you could just whip out of your pocket and play PS2 games on the fly.
Like, I would just get that for the novelty. Like, I wouldn't even enjoy playing most games like that, but it's just so cool that it can, you know?
I thought that too, but like I've played so much in the last year, and that's why I actually sprung for the Retroid. Is that when I found my Anbernic, which I ended up gifting you for like the same model for your birthday last year, I played so much on that I was like, shit, this is awesome. Like, I'd love to have PS2 accessibility. And then when the Retroid came out, Retroid Pocket 5 came out, I was like, okay, that's a decent price.
Does that small one have joysticks, or is it just D-pad?
Joysticks. Does yours not have joysticks?
No, mine does.
Okay, yeah.
But I thought you were talking about like a smaller model, like from Pocket.
Oh no! Like what's in your apartment, I believe, is exactly what I have, and it can play like all the way up through PS1, correct?
Okay, yeah.
And again, I played like
and beyond. I think, like, I think it could do
like N64 Dreamcast,
like Dreamcast. I think it does some Dreamcast games too.
Sweet. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely what I have. But I like actually played so many PS1 games on it and like everything. I was like, damn, I would love to have the same experience with some old PS2 and GameCube titles. So that's
okay.
So I just kind of started like waiting and watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos on handhelds to see like when something more affordable came out that could still do that, and that's the Retroid Pocket.
Okay. I think I could see myself definitely doing like RPGs in that way, you know? Like, especially like PS1, PS2 RPGs.
That's exactly what I did. Like, I played Lunar 2 for the first time in 20 years. I played Xenogears for the first time in 20 years. I made my way through Trials of Mana. What else did I do? Parasite Eve.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, dude, like it
That's
is
something
so,
we should do for this channel.
It is
Parasite
so
Eve.
fun to just fucking curl up in a blanket and just fucking on your couch play these games. And because the screen is so small, like I actually think for like older games, a smaller screen is a plus because it feels more like what you remember.
Yeah, I get that.
Like it's not quite an old CRT, but if you put like a CRT filter on it using crap, that's the emulator thing.
I don't know, some kind of filter. Well,
No,
you said
the,
filter.
the program that runs all the old emulators.
Oh,
I'm brain
RetroArch?
farting. RetroArch?
RetroArch? Yeah.
Yeah. So like go into RetroArch, put like just like a unobtrusive CRT filter in. Like the screen's so small, it really does kind of simulate looking at your old, CRT in your bedroom from when you were a kid. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like just like where the technology's come and like how accurately it like kind of tricks your brain into feeling just like it did when you were a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not like
for
on
the older
larger
games, I
screens
can
when you're
definitely
using
see
like
that.
a high-end controller, you can definitely tell the difference. But again, for like a little device like this, it's impressive.
Also, RetroArch, it's almost like too many options when it comes to filters.
Uh-huh.
Like, they do a really good job of being like, do you want this kind of CRT filter? Do you want, like, these kind of TVs from Europe or something? It's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it
It's
is
like,
kind of crazy that they can do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's been truthfully like the way that I've been playing my finger quote like retro games. I hate to call them retro, but really they're just like the games that I had when I was a kid.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, again, yes, it's probably there's probably are differences that I'm not picking up on. Like, if I were to like play an actual SNES or PS1, I could tell you what they were a little bit more easily. But because I'm not, I just don't care. It's the same damn game and it runs perfectly. So, who gives a shit?
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna yuck your yum, man. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, like I would definitely dick around a little bit more with your Anbernic and then like see if you get like a PS2 or GameCube itch. That would be my recommendation. Is start with like Retroid Pocket.
Okay.
And just watch, like, there's a billion YouTube videos out there from people whose like whole job is to review and like give the tech specs for like the millions upon millions of handhelds that are coming from China right now because it's become because mainstream gaming has become so bloated and expensive. Like, people are absolutely gobbling up these retro emulation devices, and so they like in the last 2 years they've grown by like leaps and bounds. We went from like ones that could kind of sort of make PS1 games look decent to, again, like pocketable devices that can now run most of the PS3 library. It's insane.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm almost surprised like how much the market has grown, because I feel like past a certain, like under a certain age, they don't care, Yeah. But so I feel like it's only people in their like mid-20s and above that would even be interested in this stuff. I'm wrong on that. I know there's like kids that are interested, like just because they saw their parents playing these games, or they just like
maybe
retro.
they find retro games actually fun.
Some kids do. Some kids. I mean, people, working with kids. Sometimes it's like a hey, I'm going to be a little bit different, and be into this stuff, and then they actually really like it. They're like, oh, you know what? Maybe they were onto something. Like, this is pretty cool.
It's kind of like, you listen to music from the 80s, and first it's like, oh, this is kind of a cool retro vibe. And then you like start getting really into it, and the next thing you know, you have like an entire collection of Skinner.
Right.
Oh, man.
All right, now it's getting a little
it's
difficult.
become a bullet hell. Like, are there any actual stakes here?
Yeah.
Whoops.
No.
Can't stop. Won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. Thankfully, it doesn't take you all the way back to the beginning.
Just to the beginning of the bullet hell sequence. But yeah, like the next time you're over, I'm sure you probably have a pretty decent legally acquired ROM library.
Oh yeah.
But if not, get your ass over here, and I'll just like share mine with you.
Okay, sounds good.
It's also actually, like, part of the charm of these, like, retro handhelds, too, is there's so many different operating systems for them and front ends. Like, you can really customize it to... And I think the Steam Deck was what really kicked off this fad of retro handhelds. Because you could emulate so brilliantly on the Steam Deck, like, I think a lot of Chinese manufacturers saw that and were like, okay, well, we can't put SteamOS on one of our devices, but we can definitely put, like, Batocera and Linux on one and Android and get kind of a piece of that same pie. Because a lot of people were, like, using the Steam Deck, one, for some of their Steam games, but then largely for playing their classics. And so they're like, if people just want to play their classics, we can give them a more pocketable device, and yeah. Yo he pasado por lo mismo que tú. Where was I going with that? Oh, but yeah, I think that's where that, like, explosion of retro handhelds came from, and it's actually really fun because you can customize them to shit, and you can make them look like little museum pieces in your pocket that, you know, give you the whole, like, emulation station desktop edition, like, where they give you all the background and the release date of the game, and, like,
of the game,
you can, like, flip through the instruction manual and everything. It's crazy, and you can do this on, like, a device is smaller than your phone.
Yeah, it is really cool. Like,
it is.
When it comes to that, like I say, we live in the worst timeline for a lot of things, but when it comes to that, it's like, hey, this is really cool, you know. And when you have people that care about, you know, this passion, you know, as far as, like, playing games, and it's like, okay, let's bring this to the modern times, and you know, try to recreate that feeling, you know.
I do believe that we, like you said, we live in a pretty shitty timeline for a lot of stuff, but gaming is truly not one of them, which I think is kind of bringing this full circle, is what is pissing people off so badly about the Nintendo situation right now. It is that, like, with the Switch 2, they have a brilliant piece of hardware with some fucking amazing games. And right when, like, the economy's down and people are feeling hopeless and depressed and, you know, feeling the pinch in their wallets, they're gonna start charging $90 fucking for games and you know, giving us physical cartridges that are only temporary passes to digital things that they can remove in the future, and then you just have this fucking useless piece of plastic sitting in your house.
What I did hear, the $90 was not like that. For what was it, $90 for physical games, $80 for the digital?
I don't know. I kind of want to give them a chance to, like, actually clarify that. But yes, I think you're somewhere in the ballpark.
Apparently, the $90 wasn't true. Good. Apparently, that was, like, a rumor, which is, like, it was a rumor that persisted for, like, 3 days. So it's like, Nintendo, get on your shit, like.
Right. Well,
you know, this was something that was really believed.
$70 is too much. For most games. You.
I think for a AAA game, like, say, a Tears of the Kingdom, or, like, games that, like, Rebirth, like Final Fantasy Rebirth, I'm okay if they charge $70 when it first comes out. Like, I want these developers to get paid, although right now, it really is just, like, fucking, you know, the fat cat business people who are getting most of the money. But $70, I can accept that for if it's like a tiered thing and not every single game is $70.
Yeah,
then,
I guess I can see that, but at the same time, though, like, you mean to tell me, like, games that sell 1 million copies, they're not making bank just fine with $60?
Oh yeah, it's because, like, some games, fucking Call of Duty, being one of them, like, it costs like $200 million apparently.
Yep.
Which is
just
like,
to develop
okay.
it, and then, like, to, like, pay the employees their minimum wage for making these incredible games. It's a shitty, self-defeating system right now. And,
for sure.
And I think, like, a further price hike, especially right now with the economy where it is just kicking people while they're down. Like,
oh my god.
If Nintendo would go out and, like, make the pledge today, like, hey, we know tariffs are making things crappy. the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be $400 and not a cent higher, and games are going to be $50 for digital, $60 for physical, and we're never going to budge that. I guarantee you, people would gobble that shit up.
Oh, of course they would. Of course they would.
And they would make more than being loosey-goosey and dodgy about their pricing. And
that I'm not sure about. Like, Nintendo does make some pretty dumb decisions for sure. I'm not sure that because yeah, they would be like, everyone would be like, holy shit, this is awesome, and they would,
they would change their image too. They'd suddenly be the cool company again.
For sure. Yeah,
Maybe,
I agree with that.
A little bit. Like, they'd still have to stop prosecuting their fan base every time they make a fan game, but
yeah, seriously. I think a lot of their money that they make is kids and like parents buying stuff for the kids, which they're gonna do anyway.
Yeah.
When it's like, oh shit, we need to do some, we need to get something for Christmas for them. But
yeah, though I think Nintendo kind of needs to wake up to the reality. Like, and I say this as the parent of 2 kids, right? Like my 10-year-old and my 6-year-old, they like their Nintendo Switch just fine. 90% of the time, they're playing $8 to $10 mobile games before they'll ever even think about picking up their Switch.
That's what yeah.
Like, Nintendo, like, if they want to keep their market share where it is, they gotta come up with an answer to that. Like their competition is not Sony or Valve. Their competition is Roblox.
And I feel like everyone needs to find an answer to that. Part of it is like, hey, having a robust store and being like, we're gonna sell, you have access to the indies and access to these, but when it comes to like Roblox, well, and that's why you have like Fortnite on all the systems.
Roblox, Fortnite,
they knew they had to play
Minecraft. I mean,
they had to play ball with Fortnite. It's just like, you better have Fortnite on your system or else you're losing a lot of people.
Yep.
Like,
yeah,
and also
it's a totally different market than we grew up with.
It is. I see like Michael playing on the iPad and stuff, and just like being totally, that's their whole thing, know?
And they don't even think about the fact that the controls are garbage and that it's like lazily developed and they're like cash grab games, because that's just what they know.
Yeah.
And they're not like playing for deep stories and like moving experiences. They're playing for like a quick adrenaline burst and moving on to something else.
And that's
like,
what's
it's
kind
a
of
different
scary to
philosophy
me.
of gaming.
It is, and it is more about just fulfilling something really quickly and then moving on to the next thing, like you said. And that's sad to me. Maybe that's me being old man shaking fists.
Same here. I agree totally.
But it is just like, there's a place for that. And I think having the Switch where it's just like you play it portably for a little bit and then you move on to something else. Oh, this is important.
Faithful player, Max Boo.
Max Boo.
I would love for it to like say Max Boo.
We have something to say, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's
Fuck
see.
Elon Musk. USA. USA. USA.
It was hard for me as well.
On top of that.
Fuck
Elon Musk. USA. You never surrender.
Never surrender.
So when
everything will be fine.
You're all out on your own.
It's all right.
You can never surrender. And if your path won't lead you home,
there we go.
You can never surrender.
I'm embarrassed. No.
Canada. Canada.
Pod 042 to player. Please respond to this query. You, faithful player of this title,
Max Boo,
have lost your life multiple times to make it this far.
We noticed you really suck.
Yeah, we noticed you suck.
And suffered greatly for it.
You like Castlevania, do you? You have any interest in helping me? No.
This option enables you to save someone somewhere in the world. However, in exchange, you will lose all of your save data.
Shit.
Do you still wish to
We're getting meta here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if like Square Enix straight up has like prisoners of war and like you're making the conscious decision to like get one like released to their family or not?
She's like, fuck, that's deep, man.
Square Enix just shows you, like, you
don't
did
have
this,
to
Max.
do this at all.
Go,
Like, I
no!
definitely said no. I said no because there was a lot of things I had unfinished
Yeah.
when I first did this. So it's like, hell no. But on the PS4, I definitely said yes.
Really?
The person you save
Yeah.
will be selected at
When I first did it, and this was like a total surprise to me, I was like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Someone you intensely dislike.
Maybe someone you
Still wish to help?
cut to like Donald Trump crossing the street and a car comes right at him and it stops like an inch in front of his face. Ooh, that was a close one. Well, time to go fucking wreck the economy more.
Okay, I never saw that before. Because like chapter select and debug mode, you can only get if you say no
Yeah.
to this, because you only get it after you beat the whole game.
Right.
So now they're like, hey, you already said no once and you unlocked these things. Do you still wish to help? Yeah, sure.
You may not receive thanks for your efforts.
They're like, stop!
They say that your efforts are purely for show.
Which they kind of
Do you
are this
still wish
time.
to help?
Yeah, what the fuck?
And you are truly, truly sure about this?
That would suck though. Like,
Very well.
all of a sudden Trump's like grasping his chest. I'm having a heart attack. Oh wait, no, it's just gas.
To this
No! What have you done? Hey, what's up, Sparks? We just saved
Sparks!
someone's life. Don't ask how. So wait,
Hey,
they
I could
actually
do-
do straight up like wipe your save?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I could do the side quest now, though.
Alright. Shit.
But they really
I
are
love how
like,
they make
hey,
you watch.
Yeah, right?
Like, it's not just like, okay, save gone.
Oh, I got all the fucking weapons, too. Ugh.
Damn. Oh, crap. Is there some kind of, like, PC way you can get around this where, like, you just
I bet.
put your save
I
on a
think you-
jump
you could
drive
just-
and plug that shit right back in?
Oh, I'm sure. With Steam, you could just take your save off and like do this for show and then totally put it back in. On the PS4, I was just fucked.
As like we were talking about this, you're realizing, shit, maybe I should have done that.
100 hours.
Oh, God. Oh, no. That's a lot of your life. It's just
Yeah.
got wiped away.
Well, now that the lesson has been learned, I totally did do that. I ain't fucking giving up 100 hours
Sweet.
for free.
Good. This is the way.
And so,
Mm.
we must say
That's
goodbye.
still...
feel
I still would love, like, Square Enix just to, like, house a whole bunch of, like, people in their office.
It is
No.
time for the final
You get to
words.
live today because Max Biggs said you could.
Spend time with his game.
Thank you, Max Biggs.
Thank you for playing.
Do you watch Severance?
No, but I've been told I need to. I have Apple
Yeah,
TV.
I've been
nothing's
told
stopping
that same thing. So
me. Maybe
Well-
maybe we just watch Severance together.
yeah, we could.
I could.
That
I
was
could-
NieR Automata. After how many fucking episodes did this last?
I think this would be like episode 13, 14. But they've been like 2-hour episodes for the most part.
Yeah, and absolutely no side quests whatsoever. Like,
Yeah.
it could definitely be a longer game, especially if you go like I did, go for like all the chips and really try to like make yourself be super strong, like
Right.
which obviously makes the game a joke.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I think it usually takes a lot longer, but
Right. I figured.
see.
Sparks, I feel like we saw the same event several times. We sure did.
What, the credits? Yeah.
Well, and like there was like so much overlap between 2B and 9S's story. Yeah, but dude, you should straight up borrow like someone's iPad that you know, make yourself an Apple account, and then I think I can straight up screen share that shit with you through Apple, and we can watch Severance.
Okay. Well, I do have Addie has an Apple TV account, so it's like
Oh,
we
sweet,
got that going.
even better.
But yeah, that's NieR Automata. What'd you think?
I liked it. Like it's
Everything
a
that lives
it-
is designed
it's one of those
to
games that fucks with you, but
we are
like
perpetually
it
trapped
continues to be fun.
in a never-ending
Like there's a style of game like what's a good example? Undertale
Yeah.
or Doki Doki, where like the whole point of the game is to mess with you and your expectations, and at certain points like you get invested in the main plot, and it's kind of like they put the main plot to the side to be meta
Yeah.
and mess with you. I don't feel like this game did that. Like there's definite like there's definitely stuff going on in the background that gets very meta, but that's kind of like the Drakengard way, and it always has been.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I actually liked what I was able to follow from the story, and we'll probably actually end up playing this on my own so I can fully digest everything at some point soon.
The story itself is like, okay, it's definitely like pretty good. You know, it's not just we're gonna make you feel things for the sake of it, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, which they do a pretty good job with, like making the player feel something anyway. And sure, I think it's kind of like time travel as a story beat, where if
Yeah.
you have something like, do machines have feelings? Sometimes it can be kind of
You bet your
like
ass
a
they
cop
do.
out to be like, okay, of course you're going to feel something because it's one of the great questions of our time, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think it's played for like cheap tricks or anything.
No, it's not. It's
I think
actually
they do.
pretty deep.
Yeah.
Sparks asked, doesn't Doki Doki also wipe some of your files? I don't know. We should probably actually play that game finally.
We did play like one episode with
yeah.
our. Was that part of? No, it wasn't part
we
of.
also did. We also
Simulation
started
Summer.
the dad game.
Daddy.
Dream Daddy.
Dream Daddy. I was gonna say Dream Bod Daddy.
One of these days we'll actually finish a digital novel on.
Right.
But you know, I still want to do Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog at some point, so we got to get our asses.
Oh my
in gear.
gosh, yeah, and that's a free game, isn't it?
Yeah, we're
I'm pretty
straight up
sure.
gonna like run out of life before we play all these games we want to play.
There's a lot of them, and yeah, I'm totally cool with digital novels. I just have to like exercise my vocal cords a little bit if we're gonna actually be doing the reading. So
Yeah, I don't think we need to get super into it, but
yeah. Okay, all right. I know we did with Dream Daddy, but I'm okay not doing that too.
yeah,
Alrighty.
we'll see.
All right, man. Well, yeah. I'm excited for our next projects. We got what, Mario Wonder.
We got
and...
Mario Wonder. We're gonna do some Sea of Stars. I still want to see if we can rope Sparks
Oh, yeah.
into Sea of Stars with us, because then we can do the
shit.
3-player version. That'd be cool.
How many players can you do? Three.
Up to
Is
3.
three?
Yeah.
Does...
They went full on Secret of Mana.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. And then
Also,
I'm still really in a Twilight Princess kick, and we can talk more about that. But let me know if you want to lead on it, or if you want me to, or how we want to do that. But
Okay.
I feel like, yeah, the time is now. It's been a while since we've done a Zelda, and that would be fun.
Yeah. I'm good either way, but let's actually talk about it, because I don't want to just leave the decision to you. I would love to do that. At the same time, there's a part of me that's like feels like I'm depriving you of it. So
No, you're good. I'm playing it myself either way. So,
alrighty.
Sparks, don't worry about your laptop. You would be streaming the game. So as long as you have a decent internet connection, you should be fine. She says,
All
yes,
right,
I'm
yeah.
always here for more Zelda 2. Awesome.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Well,
Zelda 2, the best one.
sweet. All right, Max. Next time on Play the Hits, we're going to play more video games.
Alrighty, man. We'll see you next time.
See ya. Oh, Sparks says has an also for us. Never mind. Can't end the episode
what?
until we hear it.
Realized how beautiful this world is.
What do they have for us?
Commander's put me in
I don't
charge
know.
of your maintenance, ma'am.
She hasn't said yet.
That means I'll be performing regular checks on you from now on.
If anyone is listening to this, there's something I need you to do.
If you need a third voice for the visual novels, I can. Oh, that'd be fun. We should
Oh.
get her on Discord. That'd be great.
That would be fun.
Dude, Sparks, I want you
Also-
to play like all the dads in Dream Daddy.
and yeah, we'll do nothing.
That's exactly right. We'll just comment on her performance. All the manliest dads. That's right. All right. See you next time, buddy.
See you next time.
Later, Sparks.